Hi everyone, I'm Steffi D.
And I'm Lisa H.
And welcome to Check-In from Away.
This week, Steffi and I are heading back to the theater.
Thanks for joining us. Hey Lisa, guess what?
What?
Did you do anything cool and different this week?
Well, that's really funny that you should ask, Steffi, because I actually went and did something amazing with one of my best friends.
Who's one of your best friends, Lisa?
Ding, 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 ding! You and I went to the opening night performance of Blindness at the Princess of Wales Theatre.
Lisa, being back in the theater for the first time in 17 months was so emotional and cathartic for me and so amazing.
It was so amazing. And in fact, we wanted to share that journey today with the viewers, so here we go.
Let's do it. Lisa, no theater experience is complete without going out for pre-show drinks.
Exactly. And the neighborhood around the Prince of Wales Theatre has tons of fun bars and restaurants to hit up, but we chose a spot that was really, really important to us.
Just so close to our hearts. Lisa, we went to have a drink at Hey Lucy's before the show, which is the last bar we went to together on March 13th, 2020, which was, unbeknownst to ourselves, our last show of Come From Away.
Also, the last time I was in a theater properly was before we went to Hey Lucy's on March 13th, 2020. So it was like full circle. We had to go back to Hey Lucy's.
All right, Lisa, where are we?
We're at Hey Lucy's and we are about to go see a show.
So exciting. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. And cheers. Okay, Lisa, how are you feeling about tonight?
I'm really excited. I'm really nervous. I have so many feelings, like mostly just kind of overwhelming a little bit. Like going to the theater has been part of my life, my whole life. Being an arts worker, working in the theater, seeing the theater. So tonight's a real it's like Christmas morning a little bit.
It really is.
Yeah.
Except it's August, so it's not Christmas.
But that's okay. I have the same feelings.
You know what? I genuinely lose track of time in the pandemic. I hesitated before I said it was August, but it's August 2021.
And I will say that the Prince of Wales Theatre is one of my favorite venues in Toronto. I've had the opportunity to work a few shows there. I love the crew there. I love the setup. I love the space. So I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with the space. Like, I know there's only 50 audience members, and that's a big theater. So I'm curious to see what it looks like.
We're sitting on stage though, right?
I think. I'm not sure.
I think we're sitting on stage. I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to tell you after. Okay, Lisa, we're gonna walk over to the theater now.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Great. It's gonna be a solid, probably 3-minute walk. Less? Probably 30 seconds.
About probably 15 seconds.
Probably
but
15 seconds. We're really close. Hey Lucy's is right next door.
yeah, it's perfect. Hey Lucy's is perfect because it's kitty corner to the POW, aka Prince of Wales.
That's right. Also, Lisa, we cannot move forward with our evening without saying that Hey Lucy's has wine night on Thursday night. $4.99 for a glass of wine. You can't go wrong.
You cannot go wrong. Have a glass of wine and then head over to the POW. And for all you folks at home, POW's insider speak for the Princess of Wales Theatre.
Now you're in the inside circle, baby. Okay, Lisa, going out for drinks before the show was amazing, but my favorite part of the evening is walking into the glorious Princess of Wales Theatre.
Yeah, I was super nervous. I didn't know what to expect, it being our first time back in a theater after 17 months. But it was so easy and so low maintenance to get in. You have the app, the Mervish app, or the tickets are emailed to you. And it's everything's socially distanced. It's super safe and really, really, really breezy, quick, fast. No problems at all.
And when you walk in, there's little stickers on the ground and you have to go to where your seat numbers are. We have a couple pictures of that, cute pictures of us next to our seat sticker. And then they usher you in kind of row by row inside of the theater. Super easy peasy lemon squeezy and very socially distanced and super COVID safe.
Lisa, guess what?
We are here. We're at the Prince of Wales Theatre. We're about to go back to the theatre after 18 months away.
I know. Can you believe it?
No, I have all the feelings. I can't handle it right now.
Me too. I have a lot of feelings right now.
Yeah.
This is the poster.
Spoiler alert,
let's
we're
see it.
seeing Blindness.
We are seeing Blindness. Spoiler alert. Isn't this exciting?
Yeah, it's so cool.
I'm really excited, Lisa.
Should we go in?
Let's go inside. Let's
Okay.
get our masks ready.
Yeah.
And then go inside.
Let's do it.
Here we go, Lisa.
It's happening!
Hey, Lisa. Do you have any of these symptoms?
Absolutely not. Do you?
I hope not. No, of course
Okay.
not.
Okay, you go first. You go
Okay.
ahead.
So, are you filming?
Yeah.
So things are working a little bit differently now. We have digital tickets.
All right, let's do it.
Cool, let's do it.
Okay, so
Hey, Lisa.
we're in the lobby. As you can hear, it's pretty busy. Lots of hustle bustle. Lots of known faces like Mr. Mervis is here even.
That's right,
We were
David Marvish is here.
We were just chatting with him and some other
No big deal. He recognized us by face. You know? By face? Can you say that?
Even with the mask.
Even with a mask.
So that was exciting. And now we've been brought to our special seat circle.
Yep. Here it is.
And we're just waiting to enter the auditorium.
That's right.
It's pretty easy, like coming in is easy.
So
no
easy.
problems, you just hold up the digital phone app, you show it, they scan it, they bring you to your circle, and now we're just waiting.
Yeah, we're just waiting impatiently to get inside to watch a show, Lisa. It's
happening.
It's happening right now.
It was so thrilling walking into the space. You actually are sitting on stage to watch the show. And for me, it was so overwhelming because I've worked in that theater so many times. And where we were sitting, I have stood in that exact spot hundreds and hundreds of times over the last 10 years. So it really felt like coming home. Like the emotions were too much. I couldn't handle it.
And what's really cool also, because of COVID safety, everybody's sitting in little pods, sort of. There's two or single seats kind of around the stage, and everything's socially distanced.
Exactly.
Lisa, we don't want to give too much away of what the show was like. You just have to go see it for yourself. But mind-boggling and mind-blowing would be words I would use to describe it.
100%. I've never experienced anything like this ever in my life. I promise you, you will not be disappointed.
Are you awake? I was talking to the man with the eye patch. He told me what's going on out there. In the first 24 hours, he said there were hundreds of cases of blindness. They were all alike. They all showed the same symptoms, the same whiteness. Nobody felt pain. On the second day, the government announced that the situation would soon be under control. They used what they called a curve of resolution to prove that there were clear signs that the epidemic was on the wane. They were wrong. When a scientific advisor went blind during a press conference on television, people began to panic. An influential member of the government came up with the idea that it was up to individual families to keep their blind indoors, never allowing them to go out on the street. Whole families became families of blind people. They couldn't take care of each other. The government started using abandoned factories, disused churches, sports pavilions, and empty warehouses. The traffic fell into a state of chaos. It's hell out there.
Steffi, I don't want to give too much away, but I'm super excited because today we have the Associate Director of Blindness, Dana Tikach, joining us to tell us a little bit about the show and the experience of putting it up during a pandemic.
Hi, everybody. My name is Dana Tikach, and I am the resident director of Come From Away, the Toronto production. And I was most recently the associate director on the Toronto production of Blindness, which opened last evening at the Princess of Wales Theatre. Well, Blindness is a sound and light installation, a creation, a collaboration between the different technical departments of a theater project created by the Donmar Warehouse, based on a book by Jose Saramago, which is an extraordinary novel about a pandemic, an epidemic of blindness. So it's a very intense experience, but beautifully, beautifully theatrical, can only happen in a theater. And what they did was take a very challenging situation, which was COVID, and translated all of the art they could to make it into a safe experience for audiences to have. And it's a really big experience to have in the theater.
Amazing. And Dana, just riffing on what you just said, it's really interesting because the show debuted in London, England. You're here in Canada, and it's the middle of a pandemic. So how do you put a show up that you've never seen, that you don't know anything about in Canada, and make it the exact same kind of experience that they had in London? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, you know, that whole entire process, which happens with all sorts of big shows that are all over the world, involves the word associates. So you get you create a relationship with, so I got to create a relationship in a few brief Zoom calls with Walter Meyer-Johann, an amazing director who lives in England now. And so each department had an associate. So the original sound design team has an associate here, and the original lighting team has an associate. And we all in our individual departments do the best we can to acquaint ourselves with everything that particular creative is going to bring to the table. And we all had conversations, many conversations with our personal creatives. And then you come into the room and there's an element of doing exactly what existed before, but then honestly being sensitive to and understanding that you're in a new space. And so we were in the most amazing Princess of Wales Theatre, which required slightly different things for sound and how it was going to work in the space. And certainly our vaulted grid above the stage is so different from the Donmar Warehouse. So we got to be creative ourselves and trust our instincts on what would fulfill the vision of each of our directors.
Why do you think that a show like Blindness is relevant right now? We can't avoid that question.
Yeah, I think that the word you used when you first started speaking, Stephanie, was the word catharsis. And I know that he was really grateful when his wife came and saw it, the director, that she said the word cathartic. And you have to, in order to come to joy, truly come to joy, and truly come to hope, and truly come to relief, you have to be in the darkness. You have to live and experience the really challenging things in life to come out the other end. And blindness and the world of blindness, I would say, is worse than our pandemic. While our pandemic has been horrible and an unbelievable loss for millions of people, and all of us have lots to recover from, what happens in this story is even darker, so that when it turns the corner and offers you a rain shower to clean your soul, you feel it in a really profound way. And so I think the bottom line too is that it's a theatrical offering, and our business was decimated by this time. And anybody who's willing to make art right now that's theatrical, all art is beautiful, but it's very worthy of love and attention to focus on theater.
Lisa, this is my least favorite part of the night. When the show ended and the lights came up, I was shook. My legs were shaking a little bit, even, I would say. And we had to leave the theater, and I've never been so sad. And then we walked away and we chatted, and I had to say goodbye to you. And honestly, I've never been so sad in my entire life.
And it's true. It's like, and you could feel the whole energy. Everyone was kind of feeling the same way, because everyone was hanging out on the sidewalk, like right outside the door. It's just like wanting to collectively like take a breath after this intense experience that we all had. It was amazing.
Oh,
Lisa.
I know. There's no words, right?
Okay, I have no words. My legs are still shaking. The hair on the back of my neck is just, my arm.
It was unbelievable.
It was, honestly,
It's like
I don't have words.
an experience that we can't even explain it to you. You just have to go see it for yourself. It literally
Yeah.
was incredible.
For real. Like, just, Lisa?
right?
I will never be the same after this theatrical experience. Honestly, one of the coolest sound designs too that I
100%.
have ever heard in my entire life.
Like,
you have to see it.
Wow.
Just wow. That's all we gotta say.
wow.
Get thee to the Princess of Wales Theatre.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, Lisa, what a glorious evening it has been.
Yeah, it's been next level.
Seeing a show with you,
know.
seeing you IRL in real life.
So good.
And honestly, I'm gonna catch my ride. This is my ride back home.
Oh, there you go. You got it, Lisa.
All right, Steffi, so good to see you. Love
So
your
good to-
ride.
Thank you. I wish we could, you could double. You can sit in the basket if you want.
let's
you
do
can
it.
try it out if you want.
Good night.
Good night, Lisa.
See you soon.
Okay, see you soon. Thanks for joining us on Check-In From Away.
Hey, Lisa, so how can people go see Blindness?
Well, they can buy tickets online. The show runs at the Princess of Wales Theatre until August 29th. Or you can download the new Mervish app and just buy the tickets that way. It's super easy.
You know what I just realized is funny that I just said? How can people go see Blindness? See Blindness?
Yeah, I get it, Steffi.
Whoa!
Wah, wah, wah.
Thanks for joining us on this week's episode of Check-In From Away.
See you at the theater. Cheers.
Wow, that was so amazing.
Okay, it was so amazing. And you know what? In true Come From Away fashion,
Yeah.
we thought that it might be cool while we're walking home. Stop by the theater.
Should we do it? Do you think they put up the Check-In From Away poster of our faces yet in the marquee?
I don't think so, Lisa. I'm really disappointed to report.
Not yet.
Not yet,
But-
but soon it'll be just like, come and see Lisa Humber and Steffi Di Domenico Antonio in Come From Away. This guy just said what's up. It was so funny.
That's right. It's
Okay.
like, come see the hit stars of Check-In From
The
Away.
hit stars?
I mean, the stars from the hit talk show.
There we
Check-In
go.
From
That
Away.
makes more sense. We're almost there. Thanks for joining us on our walk.
Okay, well, this is the real reason we came, was so Steffi
The
could
real
just...
reason is that I wanted to look at myself on this poster. I remember this girl, but she's very far away. I love you, Janice Mosier. Perhaps someday soon we will play again.
Hopefully.
Lisa, look! It's our beloved Royal Alexandra Theatre.
I know. Hopefully we'll be back soon enough.
I hope so. Fingers crossed.